Welcome back to my channel, Modest Fashionista. This is Alicia. I told you in my last video that I would talk more about echolocation. So, I'm going to talk more about echolocation in this video. And I'm going to discuss it with my friend, Miss Summer. And also in this video, we will discuss how many senses humans actually have. There's this myth that humans have 5 senses: smell, touch, taste, hearing, vision, and
That's all of them.
that's all of them? Smell, touch, taste, hearing, vision. Yeah, that's it. 5. There's this myth that that's the 5 senses that people have. And if you lose one, then you're pretty limited in what you are capable of doing. So, Miss Summer, how many senses do you think people have?
Well, I thought it was 5, but based on you talking, I'm gonna go with 7.
We have senses that have been recognized scientifically, but most of the world don't know about them. The extra senses are echolocation, proprioception, equilibrioception, nociception. That's 9 senses in all.
Wow.
Do you know what equilibrioception is?
You told me about it before, but refresh my memory.
Equilibrioception is the sense of balance. So it's the reason why you can like skip rope without falling over. Do you know what proprioception is?
I forgot.
Proprioception is when your body gives off the signal that you are close to something.
Oh yeah.
Even as a sighted person, you have proprioception, but yours naturally don't kick in until you close your eyes. My proprioception is always turned on. My proprioception never turns off as a visually impaired person. However, when I close my eyes, or when I'm going through extremely heavy Charles Bonnet syndrome, then my proprioception will heighten. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what nociception is?
No, I've not. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Well, it's unpleasant, but it's necessary. Or at least it's necessary so that you don't hurt yourself. You can live, it is possible to live without it, but you would do terrible things to yourself if you didn't have it. Nociception is the sense of pain. Some people are born without a sense of pain. So, people that are born without a sense of pain will do terrible things to themselves, like put their hand on a hot stove and just leave it there, or scratch their eyes until they get glaucoma, or they will break a leg and not even know it. You see just how dangerous not having nociception is.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's not pleasant. Of course, earaches and headaches are not pleasant, but it's really a safety measure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what echolocation is?
Well, I do because I've been following your channel.
Yeah, and I talked about it on my channel before. Yeah, echolocation is the sense of being able to detect the size, shape, distance, and to some degree texture of objects. Echolocation also allows you to tell where open space is. The sense of, well, not really the sense, but the ability to know where open space is, it's called sound shadows. We echolocators call it sound shadows. So you know how like when you walk into a dark room and you see a movement, like a dark movement? That's what a shadow is. When people echolocate and they perceive open space, it's called sound shadows. Cool, huh?
Pretty neat.
Echolocation also allows you to tell where the corners of a room are. Or, like, it also lets you know where the walls are. So some useful things echolocation could be used for would be like, so let's just say that there was a group of kids that played sports together, but one of them was blind with light perception only. If someone is blind with light perception only, they're still capable of doing sports, but they may need something like, for example, a basketball with a bell inside it. Did you know they exist?
No, I did not.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
They make basketballs with bells inside them.
Cool.
They make tennis balls for visually impaired players. They're basically tennis balls that have sound makers inside them. So in visually impaired tennis, the less vision you have, the more bounces you are allowed to have.
Oh, okay. So they modify the rules just a little bit to allow.
Yeah, it's a slight variation of the rules. But you may say, so what about playing duck, duck, goose? Or maybe, what if someone that was blind wanted to play maybe volleyball? They can do that through echolocation. They click their tongues and they listen for the sound to bounce off of the ball and the other players. And they pay attention to where the sound shadows are. That's how blind people are capable of playing sports with normally sighted people.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Thankfully, it didn't happen in my generation, but a few generations ago, did you know blind children and low vision children, when it came to PE classes, there were two choices. They were either sat down to watch on the sidelines, or they were completely removed from the class.
Oh, wow.
I don't think this is right.
No.
I just don't feel like it's right. It seems wrong to me. So you may say, so what about games like Duck, Duck, Goose? How would someone that's visually impaired play Duck, Duck, Goose? If it's someone that uses a white cane, I would recommend that they hand their cane to someone that's not playing the game, or they go lay their cane by a tree. Because when you run with a cane, your cane will lag behind you like a reluctant knight from like the 1500s. So in this situation, I would encourage them to run on their own. Visually impaired people do not need another person to hold their hand to help them run. Our legs work just fine. So what you would do in that situation is you would echolocate really quickly while running. What do you think?
Ooh, I think that would require some skill, but I think you've taught us that, basically visually impaired people can do anything sighted people can do.
It does require a lot of skill to be able to run and echolocate.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't practice doing it, then you won't get the skill.
That's right.
Um, so, as a sighted person, now that you know that people have 9 senses, what is your favorite sense? Or favorite 2 senses?
Ooh,
So you can pick 2.
I can pick 2.
2.
Touch would be 1, and I think sight would be 1 as well.
Ooh, good pick. Why touch? I was not expecting that from a sighted person.
It just carries more emotion with it, I think.
Huh. Interesting answer. So why vision?
It's probably the most convenient out of the senses.
Yeah,
You
it is the most convenient.
You just take it for granted, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people do take it for granted. It is the most convenient except for echolocation.
Think so?
Yeah, they kind of run a race when it comes to convenience.
Yeah. If you're good at echolocation. If you're not good, it wouldn't be very convenient at all, I don't reckon.
It takes practice.
Right.
You're not going to be great at it
Sure.
in like 2 hours.
But I'm saying if you don't practice, it's not going to be your favorite. But your favorite, since you do practice and you do use it a lot, that makes sense to be your answer.
Yeah, I mean, once you start practicing, I mean, within just a few minutes, anywhere from a few minutes to a couple hours, you will see a change, but it takes time to get really, really good at it. But it's well worth it. So my 2 favorite senses is echolocation and vision.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I knew echolocation for you. Because
yeah.
you talk about it all the time. And you do it, you demonstrate it.
Yeah, I demonstrated. Echolocation is one of my favorite senses because it gives me privileges that I obviously otherwise would not have.
Okay.
It gives me the privilege to walk around a clothing store or a grocery store independently. As long as it's not real crowded or cluttered in the aisles.
Right.
Now, if you are an echolocator, if you're a beginner echolocator, and if you do practice in a store, and if the store just happens to be crowded or cluttered that day, you still need to practice getting around the clutter and the mess, but just be careful. Take precautions, but still do it. I guess the best precaution I could give you for walking independently in a store that's cluttered would be turn sideways when you walk, so that you don't accidentally knock over stacked up boxes or run into a pole that's just randomly in the middle of a walkway in the aisles. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, my other favorite sense is vision because I have always been fascinated with the visual world. I have a little bit of vision, but it's nothing like what sighted people have. Sighted people can do things with their vision that I have never done. Like, I find it amazing what they can do. How is it possible for you to see 50 or 60 feet away from you? Is it true that y'all can do that?
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that? What is it like?
It's normal to us, so I'm not sure how to explain it.
Is it just blurry the further and further you get away from it?
It is blurrier the further away it is, especially if that's the way your vision is. Some people can't see close up,
Yeah, that's true.
and they can see,
At
at
a
an arm's
distance.
distance or whatever.
Yeah.
When you get older, you can't see close up anymore.
So, sighted people are long distance vision. Long distance vision. So the further it is away, the more blurry it is.
Uh-huh.
So does it ever reach a point where you can tell that there's an object there, but you have no idea what you're looking at?
Yes.
Whoa. So what is that like for you? Since you normally know what you're looking at.
Well, you don't expect to be able to see that far, so it's just normal. You just know you gotta walk closer if you wanna see it better.
Yeah, which in my case, no matter how far away or no matter how close it is, either way I can't tell you what it is.
Right, it doesn't come into focus for you.
No. Well, I'm also aphakic. I'm aphakic, so I mean that could be part of the reason.
Now, what does that mean?
It means someone that don't have a lens.
Oh, okay.
I explained before on this channel that a short time before I started kindergarten, the lens in my good eye was removed. Don't that seem ridiculous?
I'm not an eye doctor, I don't know.
I mean, maybe they had to do it for a surgery, but still, I mean, when grown-ups get cataract surgery, they put in a fake lens.
Well, I'm sure they didn't do it just for fun, I don't know.
So why couldn't they put in a fake lens then, even though I did not have cataracts?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know, it's still a mystery to this day. Okay, so you know how echolocation is one of my favorite senses?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know how you can see in your dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I can see in my dreams the way that I see in real life.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's cool is since I have started echolocating, in some of my dreams, I can also echolocate.
You ever wake yourself up clicking?
That has not happened yet. It may happen one day. It may happen one day, but it's not happened yet.
That's pretty cool that you do it enough and are fluent enough in it, for lack of a better word, that you can even do it in your sleep.
So what would it be like if I did wake myself up? Like, so what's this sound? Why am I doing that? Oh wait, that's me. Why am I doing that?
That's funny.
Yeah, it would be funny if I really did wake myself up doing it. Yeah, so anyway, back on topic. Echolocation is extremely important for anyone that's visually impaired. It don't matter if you are an infant, a toddler, a school-aged child, a young person, a middle-aged person, or even an elderly person. Echolocation is for everyone. Even sighted people can learn to echolocate. Yeah, did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Even sighted people can learn to echolocate.
Oh, yeah, I did hear you say that.
Okay, the problem with teaching sighted people to echolocate is that their vision will distract them. So when you teach someone to echolocate that's sighted, it's best to teach them under a blindfold. Would you be willing to go under a blindfold to learn?
I don't know. I have tried to close my eyes and learn it a little bit, but I haven't wanted to do this skill, so I haven't tried to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Basically everyone can do it, but some people have more of a knack for it. Kind of like how everyone can learn another language, but some people have easier access to it.
Gotcha.
Now, when I mentioned that white canes could be slapped on the floor to echolocate, I did mean that. If you are a cane user and if you are comfortable with a cane, if they don't make you angry or ashamed or embarrassed or feel like you are maybe left out or missing out with your sighted peers, you could do that. It's possible, but tongue clicks are the most effective for people. I'm not saying that every visually impaired person needs to use a leader dog or a cane. I'm not saying that because that's not true. It should not be based on how much you can or cannot see. It should be based on how you feel about it. I do not use a leader dog because I'm scared of animals.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, it does seem reasonable. I do not use a white cane because it makes people believe that I'm the person I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, and whenever I try to correct them, like, no. I have a little bit of vision. I mean, I can't see like you, but I have a little bit of vision. They're just like, yeah, right. And the ones that do believe it, they're like, so what can you see? And whenever I was younger, it was like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't have a way to explain it because I didn't have nothing to compare it to. So instead of using a leader dog, which I'm afraid of dogs and all other animals, and instead of using a white cane that would make people think that I don't have any vision. I don't have a whole lot of vision, but I have some. I choose to echolocate. I choose to navigate my small town through tongue clicks. And if for some reason I have to go somewhere else, like a place that's not really a small town, like maybe North Georgia or Louisiana, I still echolocate. I don't just leave my echolocation at home. Obviously not.
Right.
I mean, that's how I navigate motel rooms. I told y'all in one of my recent videos that, at least for me, motel rooms have terrible light. Is it like that for all sighted people or just you?
Yes, motel rooms have terrible light.
Yeah, that's what you said. You did say that before we started recording. That's how it's always been for me, at least. And I'm like, don't you want people to see in the motel rooms?
Maybe that's why they're dim. Maybe it's by design.
It's not cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really not cool because if you were visually impaired and if you could only see colors like off and on instead of all the time, what if you went into one of them cycles of thinking that you could see colors, but you were in a motel room and you couldn't see well enough to drive? And the people that took you to the motel room just want to lay in the bed and rest, you would be stuck in a motel room wasting your opportunity to see color.
Ooh,
And that's not right.
No.
Visually impaired people should not be subject to wasting their opportunity to see their best just because motel rooms have horrible light. So even in a situation like this where motel rooms have terrible light, echolocation helps a good bit. Echolocation is one of the most effective and also one of the best ways that you could navigate as a visually impaired person. Now, if you love your cane, then I'm not going to try to stop you. Go for it. Use it if you feel that surge of confidence, or maybe if you don't feel like you have to be left out of things, or maybe like you don't feel like you have to refuse to do things that you know in your heart you could do, but you don't feel like that you would be accepted by your peers if you tried it. If you don't feel like that, and if you love your cane, then it's fine with me if you use it, but I'm not going to use it. If you are an animal lover and you want to use a leader dog, then go for it. I'm not an animal lover, obviously, because I'm scared of animals. So that's why I don't use a leader dog. And plus, dogs are a lot of work. But if you love the work, then go for it. my other option will be echolocation. And since I've discovered echolocation, I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sticking with. It's no leader dogs and no long white canes for me. It's echolocation only.
All right.
Please hit the notification bell. Please share this video. And please subscribe to my channel.